on, guys? Honest Darkness here. So today I'm going to be talking about a very important thing that is happening inside the latest M1 Mac Minis. So first of all, a Mac. I'm talking about the MacBooks, not the MacBook Airs, not the MacBook Pros, but I am talking about the M1 Mac Mini, the one that was recently launched. For those of you who do not know what a M1 Mac Mini is, it's basically a portable PC, and it has to be one of the best idea that Apple has ever had. And again, all the other companies just copied it. They just made their knucks. So this is a video. This is a photo of what a Mac Mini is, and a Mac Mini is basically sort of a MacBook without a display. So it's got some heft. It's got some weight. It's basically a PC, but it's this small. It's basically like this, and boy, it is absolutely strong. It is so fast. It gets all of your work done quick. The M1 processor is just out of the world. Heck, if you go to the Cinebench markings, you can see that there is not a lot of difference between an actual MacBook Pro and an actual MacBook Air. Some might even say that the Mac Mini gives you better performance. So, what do you actually need to run a Mac Mini? You just need to install an HDMI cable to your monitor, and bam, your monitor or your TV. Just plug your HDMI cable in, and you're ready to roll. That's how easy using a Mac Mini is, and it's much cheaper than the MacBooks. And if you are someone who wants to work in an office and does not want to carry a laptop with him from home to just wants a bit more portability, I mean, obviously you would take the laptop, but if you're looking to get the price down by like $200 or like 20,000 rupees something, so you should go with the Mac Mini. Plus, the Mac Mini can be used in your office space. You can take it to home. You can watch movies on it. It's a really reliable machine, and it is awesome. So now coming on to the topic, what is happening to the M1 Mac Minis? So basically, how a how a PC or a laptop or anything works is, you first of all have your motherboard, all right, with its RAM. It has a CPU. It sometimes has integrated graphics, or it has an external graphics card, and that's his motherboard. Then you have the power supply, the cooling fans, and that's it. So Apple managed to fit all that inside, but there is another crucial part in a PC, that is your SSD. So there are there are basically three kinds of drives. The first of them are the hard drives, and we are all very familiar with those. They're those hefty drives which store a lot of data. I'll give them that. And the second one, and they're really slow, and they fail after like 4 to 5 years. And the next ones, you have an SSD. So I'm talking about a SATA 3 SSD. So an SSD is much faster. It's like 10 times faster than your average mechanical drive, and it's going to breathe new life into your laptop if you already have one. I already went into detail about why you should install an SSD in my previous video, why you should buy a MacBook Pro. So go check that out. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, so and then you have the NVMe SSD. It is much like RAM. So the NVMe SSD is this tiny. It's like a RAM stick. You just install it and you're ready to go. And those are like really fast too. Those are like out of the world. They give you like 5 to 6 GB per second transfer speeds. And if like that is a lot. Your hard drive gives you 20 Mbps speed. Your average solid state drive gives you 300 to 400 Mbps speed average, and your NVMe drive will give you speed in GB. And if you want to know how you can install one, well, it basically depends on a device. If you can if you have a hard drive, you can obviously install a SATA 3 SSD. It's the same space. You don't need to you're not required to download any additional drivers or stuff for that. But NVMe SSD ports are only available in latest laptops like 2015 and above, I think. You can check the specifications of a laptop Google and just type in, does this model so and so have an NVMe port, and you'll find out. So SSD and hard drives, every single drive is bound to fail at some particular time. But these drives have a particular time period, and you can check its usage. So, for example, I installed an SSD SanDisk Z400S, I think. I installed it in my MacBook 5 years ago, and I've used up 0.7% of its performance before. So I've almost, let's round it up to 1% of its performance in 5 years. So sometimes you'll see in the next 5 years I lose 50% of my performance. Sometimes I won't if I'm lucky. So that it's really up to chance, and it depends on how many times you use your how much time you use a drive, and what your load is. I do editing and stuff, but for the average person it's just web browsing, YouTube, and MS Office. So the Mac Minis have started, their SSDs have started failing, and I haven't Apple is not telling us anything about it. They're keeping us in the dark as usual. But I think it's better because they don't want to refer a problem without having a solution right in their back pocket. So these drives are failing at an extremely high rate. Most of the SSDs are through 3% of their lifespan in just 2 months. So that is a lot. You've basically gone through 40% of your NVMe SSD's lifespan in almost a year. And those NVMe SSDs that are in the Mac Mini, these are not cheap. They cost, like, if you buy them from third party, not from Apple, from third party alone, those SSDs cost about 6 to 8 thousand, and if you go to Apple to get it replaced, they're gonna charge you at least 20 to 25,000 rupees, because that's just Apple, everybody. And but obviously, I think Apple is going to provide all the M1 Mac Mini users with a free replacement, like they did with the 2015 Retina MacBooks. They had some display issues, so every 2015 to 2017 model, they would change the display assembly on it for free for lifetime. Because it was a fault on Apple's part, so that is a really good thing that they are addressing issues, and issues to those specific models. And then you had the 2017, 2018, 2019, I think, no, 2017 and 2018 MacBooks had a new type of switches. Those are called the butterfly keyboards. They had, like, basically really less time uh, travel. Like, you just click, your average laptop, it has a lot of clickety clackety feel on it, but those butterfly keys were a bit of a thump, and that was just annoying to many people and me too. And but the really interesting thing was that those butterfly keyboards started failing after like 1 to 2 weeks. So that really pissed off many people. So Apple changed the keyboards for them, and they tried a new thing. You have to respect Apple for that. They tried to set a new trend. It didn't work, so they brought in the old scissor keys that were in the old MacBooks, 2011, 2012, 2013, and so on. They brought it back to the 2019 and 2020 MacBook, which which just has everyone, those, because those keyboards were one of the best in the industries at that particular time, and people are really liking that change. So yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I hope it was an informative video. Please like, subscribe, and share it with people who are tech nerds, or somebody you just want the other person to know. I hope you enjoyed the video. If not, dislike it. As always, just leave a comment below. And yeah, until next time, bye bye.